The world is facing what is literally the ultimate dual challenge of our time. We have to accelerate technological growth, but we also absolutely have to protect our planet. From rapidly expanding cities to massive industrial emissions, we are right at a crossroads. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're asking a pretty massive question. What if these two forces actually aren't enemies? What if innovation is the exact key we need to unlock a completely sustainable future? Here is a quick look at our agenda. Our journey today is going to take us from massive global frameworks all the way down to the life cycle of a single consumer device. We're covering the sustainability imperative, AI's role in responsible tech, smart cities, Industry 4.0, the circular IT economy, and how all of this builds a connected future. Section 1. The Sustainability Imperative. I want to pose this central question right off the bat, guys. Can innovation protect our planet while also driving economic growth? For decades, there's been this prevailing myth that technological advancement and sustainability are just inherently at odds. Like, the assumption was always that going green costs a fortune, slows down production, and ultimately hurts your bottom line. But as we really dig into the research today, we're going to see that sustainability is no longer just optional. It's a profound business necessity that actually fuels growth. We usually tend to think that digital transformation improves ESG outcomes, right? Well, empirical research actually reveals a powerful reverse causality. ESG is the true catalyst here. Excellent ESG performance acts as a massive positive market signal. It reduces information asymmetry and attracts preferential investments. So it's really not just some corporate compliance checklist. It's a powerful financial mechanism that unlocks the exact capital a company needs to actually fund its advanced digital transformation. Let's dive into Section 2, AI and Responsible Technology. Technology is quickly becoming the ultimate enabler of sustainability. We are moving way past basic software now into fully AI-powered systems that can plan, monitor, and optimize massive distribution networks in real time. By deploying intelligent sensor networks across commercial and manufacturing facilities, AI can precisely monitor energy, water, and space utilization. That drastically reduces fossil fuel use and cuts carbon footprints across the board. It's a total game changer. And we see this theory in action in the real world through strategic alliances like IONOS and Blackbox. Blackbox brings mission-critical digital infrastructure across over 35 countries, while IONOS brings the AI-native platforms and the domain intelligence. Together, they cover the whole shebang, from the physical infrastructure layer all the way up to the AI application layer. They're deploying AI with security embedded everywhere, which optimizes costs, boosts productivity, and inherently supports greener business practices. Moving right along to Section 3, Smart Cities and Infrastructure. Just take a second and look at this staggering number. Over 205,018 crore rupees. That represents the massive investment driving India's Smart Cities mission, which aims to develop 100 digitally monitored, sustainable urban centers by 2025. You see, the physical infrastructure of modern societies absolutely has to be digitally connected if it's going to remain sustainable. You simply can't optimize what you can't measure. And managing dense urban populations sustainably, that requires massive interconnected sensing capabilities. Let's break down where all this smart infrastructure money is actually going. The built environment makes up a massive 55.8% of the projected market share. We're talking automated lighting, smart HVAC systems, and real-time occupancy sensors that minimize commercial electricity waste. Then you have smart grids sitting at 36.3%. These utilize advanced metering infrastructure to integrate volatile renewable sources like solar and wind, which stabilizes the power supply and automates fault detection. But look, mega-scale municipal projects aren't enough on their own. Scalability heavily depends on decentralized consumer technologies too. Think about a smart home platform like Tata Power Easy Home. First, these smart home nodes monitor your specific residential usage. Second, IoT networks automatically adjust your climate controls based on real-time weather fluctuations. And third, and this is where the real magic happens, these collective household actions actually stabilize the local municipal grid. Your single smart thermostat helps prevent citywide brownouts and significantly reduces the city's reliance on high-emission peaking power plants. Pretty cool, right? Section 4. Industry 4.0 and Manufacturing. There is just a stark contrast between the past and the future of manufacturing. The traditional factory? Well, it relied on linear processes, clunky manual monitoring, and suffered from incredibly high energy waste. Enter the smart factory of Industry 4.0. We are talking about highly integrated supply chain, ERP platforms, automated operations, and digital twins. A digital twin is basically a virtual replica of a physical system that lets you test and optimize operations without wasting a single drop of real-world material. Sustainable manufacturing is now fully, 100% powered by data. The huge takeaway here is incredibly clear. Sustainability in manufacturing is highly profitable. Implementing Industry 4.0 can actually lower a factory's IT spend by up to 40% compared to heavy on-premise legacy solutions. At the same time, it optimizes raw material inventory and promotes ethical, sustainable sourcing. We're utilizing AI-driven analytics and intelligent infrastructure monitoring to reduce downtime, ensuring that production is both economically and environmentally sound. It's a total win-win. Section 5, the circular IT economy. Okay, this number should literally stop you in your tracks. 50 million metric tons. That is the amount of highly toxic e-waste generated globally every single year. The traditional linear economy model, where we mine materials, make a device, use it for a few years, and then just throw it in a landfill, is creating the fastest growing waste stream in the entire world. Honestly, if we are building smart cities and smart factories, the hardware running them absolutely cannot be a toxic burden on the planet. So the solution here is a fundamental shift in how we handle technology. Step 1 is ditching that linear take, make, use, dispose model entirely. Step 2 is for enterprises to implement highly structured IT asset disposition or ITAD programs to ensure legacy devices are handled responsibly. And step 3 is the absolute core of the circular economy. We refurbish, remanufacture, and ultimately recycle the raw materials back into the supply chain endlessly. The goal is to keep components at their absolute highest value for as long as possible. Now, if you're wondering if this actually makes business sense, let me introduce you to ROSI, the Return on Sustainable IT. This formula mathematically proves the financial viability of circular practices. You calculate it by taking your operational expenditure savings, adding the capital expenditure you recover by refurbishing or selling old assets, adding the financial value of maintaining regulatory compliance, and then dividing all of that by your initial sustainable IT investment. Responsible e-waste management and circular procurement models generate measurable financial returns right alongside massive environmental stewardship. And finally, Section 6, a connected, sustainable future. So what does all of this look like when it comes together? It looks like technology enabling resilient, nature-aligned business transformations. A fantastic example of this is Tech Mahindra's approach to closed-loop automation. By utilizing intelligent sensors and AI right across their networks, they've targeted a 60% reduction in field costs and massive reductions in supply chain emissions for operators. They are actively tracking and managing greenhouse gases across the entire value chain. It absolutely proves that when you integrate things like AI, big data, and IoT, you create operational discipline that directly benefits both the P&L and the planet. We really see this unified future embodied by organizations like the Chanchal Group. They operate a truly holistic ecosystem that bridges technology producers with circular economy partners. Through dedicated pillars like IT infra and sustainability, Forma Space, Pulsewell, and Gumakad, they're seamlessly integrating digital infrastructure, healthcare, smart environments, and connected communities. Grounded in their core values of trust, innovation, insight, and happiness, their model is the perfect blueprint for modernization with strict environmental accountability. I want to leave you with this powerful vision for the year 2030 and beyond. The future belongs to organizations that innovate responsibly, connect intelligently, and grow sustainably. As we've seen today, technology and sustainability are absolutely not opposing forces. From ESG investments fueling digital upgrades, to smart cities optimizing power grids, to the circular IT economy completely eliminating waste, innovation is the very mechanism by which we will protect our world. As this transformation accelerates around us, what role are you going to play in building the connected, sustainable, and intelligent ecosystems of tomorrow? How will you apply these concepts to your own industry? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I challenge you to start making that sustainable impact today.